everybody. Before we begin, Brittany and Brandon have asked that I inform everyone that they would like this to be a device-free ceremony. They have assured me that they've spent good money on professional photographers and videographers who will capture every moment and will gladly share all of that with each and every one of you. At this time, I would like to ask everybody to please put their cell phones away and be present in this moment with us. Family and friends, we're gathered here today because Brandon and Brittany have said to one another, "Honey, I love you so much, we got to get the government involved." First, I'd like to begin by welcoming everyone. You are all invited here today because you're an important part of Brandon and Brittany's lives. Or you're just a plus one. Either way, we're happy to have you here. I think I've been lucky to meet most of you here today at some point or another, but for those of you I haven't met, my name is Ron, and I've had the pleasure of knowing Brandon and Brittany for 4 years now, which is exactly the amount of time you need to be voluntold to officiate a wedding. I'm not sure all of you know the story of how we ended up here today. Listen to this. Brandon and Brittany first met when they were only 17 years old, and they hit it off instantly as friends. They both loved punk music, the show Breaking Bad, and Taco Bell's Volcano Tacos. Among other commonalities, they both also had highly dysfunctional relationships with other people. In fact, they were each other's biggest support system when things weren't going well in their relationships, which was pretty much all the time. They formed a bond over this nice guys finish last mentality, and they were each other's biggest advocates for finding success with love. They understood each other and had similar values, but it was never romantic between them. Y'all saw Brandon's hair back then, right? When they were in their mid-20s, they went down two very different paths and started to lose touch. Brittany's path led her to being a single mother to her beautiful daughters, Alexis and Chloe, while Brandon's path led him to several Tinder dates that took him nowhere. Once again, the nice guy finished last. Brittany found herself reflecting back on her past, missing the days before adulting responsibility. So who better to bring those feelings back than this guy, still living in the room above his mom's garage? Brittany always found great comfort in her friendship with Brandon. He always rooted for her, and she knew that he could help remind her of her younger self. She slid into Brandon's DMs on Facebook in November of 2015. That's direct message for all you non-tech savvy folk. They filled each other in on what was going on in their lives, and they casually talked about reuniting one day. It wasn't until 6 months later, on May 14th, 2016, that day finally came. Brittany had a rare night to herself and decided to spend it with her sister Kelsey and her cousin Crystal at Busch Gardens. She had posted about her excitement on Facebook, and Brandon, having just suffered through yet another failed Tinder date, asked if he could tag along. Brittany reluctantly agreed as she looked forward to a girls' night out, but she did want to catch up with her old friend. They finally met up, and it was just like old times, except this time it was a little something in the air. That's right, folks. Humidity. It was a hot one that day, but not as hot as the feelings that they quickly developed for each other. Brittany says when she first saw Brandon after all those years, it was love at first sight. This completely took her by surprise because she had never seen Brandon as anything more than just a friend. She says Brandon's new haircut likely played a role in this sudden shift. All of their past experiences, friendships, loves, and losses had led them to be in this exact moment at this exact time. It was fate that Brandon and Brittany were meant to be together. That day at Busch Gardens led to many dinner and movie dates, which developed their friendship into something much more. And on August 15th, 2016, they decided to make it official. Here we are, 5 years later, witnessing their beautiful marriage. Now enough talk from me. It's time for Brandon and Brittany to share the vows that they've written themselves. To relieve her of her anxiety, we'll have Brittany go first. No pressure.
Thank you. Brandon, when we first started dating, I thought you were too good to be true. At only 27 years old, with no previous marriages or children of your own, you decided to begin a relationship with me, a single mother of 2 little girls. Something that others may have seen as a challenge, you saw as a blessing. And although I know it hasn't always been easy, you have never once made me feel as if you wish things were different. I've never felt more loved and more accepted in my entire life than I have over these last 5 years. You have been so good to me and my girls, and we are all so excited to officially become a family today. You are everything I could ever hope for in a husband and that my girls could ever hope for in a stepdad. You are kind, loving, and incredibly patient. The girls and I collectively put you through a lot, and you continue to make us feel loved, appreciated, and only mildly annoying. I can only imagine what it must feel like to be the only guy in a house with 3 girls, but you handle it like a champ, and we love you for it. I also love that you don't take life too seriously, and you've helped teach me to do the same. Because of your influence, you've helped me grow into the finest version of myself. I don't think I've ever been more fun, more happy, or more at peace since we started dating, and I think my entire family can attest to that. You also care about the people who matter to me. You treat my family as if they're your own, and you help me to keep all of our holiday traditions alive. You even once helped my dear friend Caitlin move out of her apartment at only a moment's notice, despite the fact that you had your own family from out of town visiting, because you knew she was in a tough spot, and that was her only chance to escape the situation she was in. Because that's the kind of man you are, one who can be counted on in good times or bad, and one who I'm very proud to be standing here next to today. But out of all the qualities that make you a phenomenal life partner, most importantly, you're a promise keeper. You told me 5 years ago that you were going to love me and my 2 daughters unconditionally, and you have. Not a single day has gone by where we've had to question your love or loyalty to us. You show us that this family is your number one priority every single day, and it's a promise that I know will last a lifetime. So now I would like to make some promises to you. I promise to give you a marriage that you are proud of and that will set an example for our children, family, and friends. I promise to be the most dependable person in your life and to never break your heart. I promise to give you a home where you will be loved, appreciated, and cared for every single day. I promise to laugh with you and to stay your best friend and teammate, no matter what challenges we may face. And finally, I promise to love and respect your family, who I am so proud to be joining today. You have all helped raise such an amazing man, and I promise to cherish him for the rest of my life. Brandon, I love you, and I can't wait to start this next chapter with you today.
Paper. Bob Brandon. Not sure if you can compete with that. Let's hear what you got. Don't screw this up.
All right. We ready, folks? Ready?
Yes, Brandon.
Brittany, I never would have imagined that on that smoldering hot day at Busch Gardens 5 years ago would have led to this moment, a dreary, humid, 75-degree day here in August. I know we had hoped for a day with a little more sunshine, but unfortunately, like many things in life, the weather is uncertain. But there is one thing that I can always be certain of, and that is my love for you. If it were not for you, I would not be the man that I am today. Now, some may be wondering, well, what man have you become? You look to be the same man, just 30 pounds heavier. And well, yes, that may be true. There is in fact much more. Brittany, if it wasn't for you, I would still be the undomesticated barnyard animal that I was before we got together. You know, the type that puts the new toilet paper roll on top of the old empty toilet paper roll. You have instilled in me a sense of self-responsibility that I once never had. I now voluntarily do dishes, vacuum, and make the bed because, simply put, I like having a clean house, and for that, I have you to thank.
You're welcome.
If it wasn't for you, Brandon Does Barbecue would not be a thing. To some people, it might just be a YouTube channel with poorly scripted material, but to me, it's getting to spend valuable time with the woman I love, while also doing something that I enjoy, smoking the meats. I am forever grateful that you are so supportive of me and this hobby that led me to achieve the ultimate dad bod. And if it wasn't for you, Brittany, I would not have been able to experience one of the most rewarding roles of my entire life, and that's being a father figure to Alexis and Chloe. I know I may not always show it when I'm griping about all the food crumbs on the floor after they've had their 7th snack of the day, or the constant discovery of dirty little socks in various crevices of the house. But I honestly could never imagine being anywhere else in my life than standing beside you, Alexis, and Chloe. The three of you truly complete me. Brittany, there are a variety of things about you, other than your extremely good looks, that set you apart from the rest. Traits of yours that keep me falling in love with you each day, and that always remind me why I want to spend the rest of my life with you. For starters, you're supportive of me in so many ways, whether it's my passion for barbecue, my love for hunting in the outdoors, or even some of my nerdier hobbies like my obsession with Godzilla, Jurassic Park, and the Halloween movies, although I'm pretty sure I know how you really feel about that. You support me on days when I'm feeling down about myself and help motivate me to better myself. I know that if I need someone to talk to, that you'll always be my number one listener. You're also extremely generous, and I truly believe you would give the shirt off your back to anyone who needed it, assuming it wouldn't catch an indecent exposure charge. You are always willing to reach out and offer help to anyone who needs it. That's what led us to hosting a multitude of different family functions at the house, which I thoroughly do enjoy because I get to smoke large portions of meat for everyone. I could go on and on about all your positive qualities, but time is of the essence, and I am eager to officially get to call you my wife and be able to refer to myself as your husband. As your husband, I promise to protect you, Alexis, and Chloe from whatever dangers the world might bring, whether it be an actual real threat or decimating a spider or a house centipede with a paper towel. I promise to love you always, through the good times and the bad times, and when your hangry levels reach a treacherous highs. I promise to always listen and be there when you need a shoulder to cry on, or to simply rant about whatever stresses that day may have brought. I promise to always be a team player, and that whatever life may throw at us, I'll be standing right there by your side. I promise to love Alexis and Chloe as my own, and to do everything in my power to give them a beautiful and happy life, to raise them to be the beautiful and respectful young girls that they have already proven to be, and to make sure they always know how much they are loved. Brittany, you mean the world to me. You have given me more in life than I could have ever asked for, and more than I could ever deserve. You are my life partner and my best friend, and there's nobody on this earth that I would want to live this life with than you. And that's that. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Wow, that was pretty good. That was good. So I don't think it's legal till we do this next part. Brandon, do you take Brittany to be your lawfully wedded wife, to love and comfort her, for better or worse, in sickness and health, and reap any and all tax benefits for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Brandon, or Brittany. Brittany, do you take Brandon to be your lawfully wedded husband, to love and comfort him, for better or worse, in sickness and health, and reap any and all tax benefits for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
All right, Brandon, time to put a ring on it.
Very good.
Repeat after me.
Oh, do it.
Yeah. Brittany, I give you this ring
Brittany, I give you this ring
as a symbol that I will love you,
as a symbol that I will love you,
honor you, and cherish you,
honor you, and cherish you.
and that I'll let you have the remote every once in a while.
And I'll let you have the remote every once in a while.
All right, Brittany, your turn. Repeat after me. Brandon, I give you this ring
Brandon, I give you this ring
as a symbol that I will love you,
as a symbol that I will love you,
honor you, and cherish you,
honor you, and cherish you,
and I may even make you dinner once in a while.
and I may even make you dinner once in a while.
Had me nervous.
Yes.
You have united two families and two sets of friends. I ask them now to promise that they will support your marriage with joy, love, and optimism. All those who wish to promise their support, say I do.
I do.
With the blessing of everyone who is present here today, and the powers that the courts have given me for this one day, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Kiss your bride.
I'm thinking about you all the time, but you're out there and I'm here waiting. And I wrote this letter up in my head, 'cause so many things were